From boring to breathtaking, 25 plants that transform homes. Is your yard missing that wow factor? Good news! You don't need a massive renovation to create a head-turning landscape. From colorful blooms to architectural structure, these plants don't just fill space, they tell a story, boost your curb appeal, and even add value to your property. These 25 plants have the power to completely transform the look and feel of your home. Number 1. Japanese Maple, your living work of art. Imagine walking up to a home and seeing a delicate, color-shifting tree gently swaying in the breeze. That's the magic of the Japanese maple. With its finely cut leaves and dramatic hues ranging from rich burgundy to fiery orange, it's like nature's version of stained glass. Use it as a standalone statement piece in your front yard or tucked into a garden bed as a showstopper. It thrives in partial shade and loves well-drained soil. And because it changes with the seasons, you get a new visual treat every few months. Pro tip: pick a location where it can really shine, near the entryway or framed by evergreens for contrast. Number 2. Boxwood, the landscape's power suit. When you think structure and formality, think boxwood. These evergreen shrubs are the go-to for classic clean lines. Whether you prefer tight hedges, rounded balls, or even creative topiaries, boxwood brings timeless charm. What makes it so powerful is its versatility. It works in modern gardens just as well as it does in traditional English landscapes. Line your walkway, flank your front door, or use it to anchor flower beds. Designers take, boxwood is the frame that makes the rest of your landscape pop. It's the perfect background actor that steals the scene when needed. Number 3. Hydrangea, the big, bold bloom boss. If you want volume, color, and drama all in one plant, hydrangeas deliver. Their massive flower heads explode in pinks, purples, and blues, depending on your soil's pH. They're excellent for shaded spots and work beautifully along foundations, fences, or as flowering borders. And bonus, some varieties bloom all summer long. Bloom hack: add aluminum sulfate to acidify your soil for blue flowers or lime it up for pink. Who knew landscaping could be science and style? Number 4. Knockout roses, effortless elegance that keeps giving. Think roses are fussy? Think again. Knockout roses are the dream plant for anyone who wants big color without the drama. They bloom continuously from spring to frost, resist disease, and require almost zero maintenance. Plant them in clusters of 3 to 5 for maximum visual impact and enjoy the flood of vibrant reds, pinks, or yellows all season long. They're perfect for front yard beds, foundation plantings, or even container gardens. Lazy gardener tip: just cut them back in early spring and let them do their thing. Easy, gorgeous, done. Number 5. Ornamental grasses, movement that breathes life into your yard. Nothing brings texture and motion to a garden like ornamental grasses. These plants sway with the breeze, add height variation, and look stunning year-round. Varieties like feather reed grass or fountain grass create vertical interest and can fill in awkward corners or soften hard edges. Plus, most are drought-tolerant and low-maintenance. Design strategy: use them in groups of 3 to create natural rhythm or flank walkways to lead the eye. They're like living sculptures that dance in the wind. Number 6. Lavender, a sensory delight with structure. Want a plant that smells good, looks amazing, and attracts pollinators? Lavender is your triple threat. With its silver green foliage and purple blooms, it adds both color and scent to your space. It thrives in hot, sunny spots and loves well-drained soil. Plant it near seating areas, pathways, or as a border for your garden beds. Bonus points: lavender repels pests like mosquitoes and deer. It's beautiful and functional. Plus, you can snip blooms for homemade sachets and tea. Number 7. Dogwood Tree, a 4-season stunner. Few trees offer year-round interest like the dogwood. In spring, it bursts into soft pink or white blooms. In summer, lush green leaves provide shade. Fall brings fiery red foliage, and winter reveals an elegant branching structure. It's a top pick for front yards and makes a lovely understory tree if you already have taller trees nearby. Dogwoods prefer partial sun and moist, well-drained soil, and they're surprisingly easy to grow once established. Visual tip: place it near the front walkway or porch for a warm, welcoming feel all year round. Number 8. Coral bells, colorful foliage all season long. Who says only flowers bring color? Coral bells come in bold shades like lime green, deep purple, and caramel, even in the same garden bed. These perennials are shade tolerant and perfect for under trees or along foundation beds. The leaves add texture and pop, while the tiny flower spikes bring movement and attract hummingbirds. Design trick: Use them as a contrast plant next to greens or silvers to make your beds visually pop. Number 9. Crape Myrtle, a southern favorite that packs a punch. Want a tree that blooms like crazy and needs very little fuss? Look no further than Crape Myrtle. Its stunning blooms, ranging from pink to red to white, appear in mid to late summer just when many other flowers fade. With its peeling bark, colorful foliage, and vase-like shape, it brings structure and elegance. Plant it along driveways, in front yards, or near patios for a dramatic effect. Pro tip: choose a dwarf variety if you're short on space, or let it grow tall for major front yard impact. Number 10. Daylilies, the carefree color splash. Daylilies are the ultimate plug-and-play plant. Just dig, drop, and let them do their thing. With thousands of varieties, you'll find every color imaginable, and many bloom for weeks on end. They're super drought-tolerant, low-maintenance, and ideal for mass planting, borders, or even tough spots like slopes. These are the workhorses of the landscape world, with serious style. Landscaping bonus: group by color theme for a bold, coordinated look, or go wild with a mix for that cottage garden feel. Number 11. Hostas, the shade garden MVP. If you have a dark, shady corner where nothing seems to grow, hostas are your best friends. Their large, rippling leaves add bold texture, and they come in shades of green, blue, gold, and variegated mixes. They're low maintenance, return year after year, and even throw up pretty flower stalks in summer. Great for foundation beds, under trees, or border plantings in partial to full shade. Design tip: mix different leaf shapes and colors to create a shade garden full of contrast and personality. Number 12. Dwarf Alberta Spruce, evergreen elegance all year. Want something formal, evergreen, and low-key stunning? The Dwarf Alberta Spruce is your go-to. With its tidy pyramidal shape, it's like a mini Christmas tree for your landscape. Use it to frame your entryway, anchor flower beds, or add evergreen charm to small gardens. It's low maintenance and holds its shape naturally with little pruning. When the rest of your plants go dormant, this little guy keeps your home looking sharp. Number 13. Salvia, bold blooms that attract pollinators. Looking to add bold color and support local wildlife? Salvia offers deep purple, blue, or red flower spikes that hummingbirds and bees absolutely love. This drought-tolerant perennial blooms heavily and keeps coming back year after year with minimal effort. Use it in sunny borders, pollinator gardens, or container plantings. Garden hack: cut it back after the first bloom to encourage a second round of flowers later in the season. Number 14. Yew, the tough, adaptable evergreen. Need a durable shrub that handles pruning like a champ? Yew is a classic evergreen that brings structure, privacy, and year-round greenery. It works well for hedges, foundation plantings, and backdrops for more colorful plants. Yew is super adaptable and thrives in sun or shade, clay, or sandy soil. Shape tip: let it grow naturally for a soft look, or trim it into clean lines for formal design. Number 15. Creeping Jenny, the ground cover with golden glow. Want to add a splash of chartreuse color that spills beautifully over edges? Creeping Jenny is a fast-growing ground cover with trailing stems that brighten any landscape. It's perfect for containers, rock gardens, around pavers, or cascading over walls. It does well in full sun, to part shade, and loves moist soil. Visual pop: pair it with darker foliage plants like purple heuchera or red coleus for stunning contrast. Number 16. Coneflower, bold, bee-loving beauty. Coneflowers are tough, tall, and covered in vibrant daisy-like blooms that keep coming all summer long. They're not just pretty, they're drought-tolerant, low-maintenance, and pollinators absolutely flock to them. Perfect for sunny borders, meadow-style gardens, or wildlife-friendly yards, these beauties come in shades like hot pink, orange, and even white. Plus, birds love their seed heads in fall. Garden bonus: deadhead spent blooms for extended flowering, or leave them on for winter interest and bird snacks. Number 17. Ferns, lush texture for shady corners. Need a soft, lush vibe in a shady spot? Ferns are the answer. They're elegant, low maintenance, and bring that peaceful woodland feel to any garden space. Use them under trees, alongside hostas, or as a ground layer in shade gardens. Their delicate fronds offer amazing texture contrast, especially when paired with bold leaf plants. Moisture tip: most ferns love rich, damp soil, so give them mulch and regular watering during dry spells. Number 18. Russian sage, airy drama that thrives in heat. For a touch of airy elegance, plant Russian sage. With silvery stems and long-lasting purple-blue flower spikes, it adds height, color, and motion to your garden. It thrives in hot, sunny spots, and once it's in, it basically takes care of itself. Use it in borders, along fences, or mixed into pollinator gardens. Planting tip: give it space to breathe. This beauty loves to spread and sway in the breeze. Number 19. Black-Eyed Susan. Cheerful and tough as nails. Want something cheerful, classic, and nearly indestructible? Black-Eyed Susans are bright yellow beauties that bloom like crazy and thrive just about anywhere. They're perfect for cottage gardens, meadow-inspired beds, or sunny borders. These low-fuss perennials bloom from midsummer to fall and bring in butterflies and bees. Color pairing: combine with purple coneflowers or blue salvia for a picture-perfect pollinator paradise. Number 20. Creeping Phlox, carpet of color in spring. Creeping Phlox explodes in early spring with dense mats of tiny flowers in shades of pink, white, blue, and purple. It hugs the ground, spilling over edges and covering slopes like a floral blanket. Use it for rock gardens, retaining walls, or garden edges where you want that soft, colorful touch. It thrives in full sun and well-drained soil. Bloom tip: plant in fall or early spring for the best show next season. Number 21. Camellia. Winter blooms that steal the show. When everything else looks dull in winter, camellias come to life. Their glossy leaves and rose-like flowers bloom in late fall through early spring, depending on the variety. These shrubs love part shade, acidic soil, and make a gorgeous backdrop for foundation beds or entryways. They're especially beautiful paired with evergreens. Pro tip: look for cold hardy types if you live in cooler zones. They're worth the wait. Number 22. Spirea. Fluffy flowers with flair. If you love low-maintenance plants that still deliver seasonal drama, Spirea is for you. These shrubs burst with pink or white flowers in spring and often give you vibrant red-orange fall color too. They're super adaptable and great for mass planting, hedging, or border beds. Once they're established, they basically take care of themselves. Bonus: give them a light trim after blooming for a neater look and possible reblooming. Number 23. Lamb's Ear, soft texture and silvery contrast. Want a plant that makes people stop and touch? Lamb's Ear has soft, fuzzy silver leaves that add a unique texture to garden beds. It's ideal for sunny, dry spots and looks especially good when paired with bold colors like purple or blue. Great for borders, children's gardens, or sensory landscapes. Fun fact: it gets its name because the leaves feel exactly like, you guessed it, lamb's ears. Number 24. Autumn Joy Sedum, fall's favorite flower. This succulent-style perennial starts off with green buds in summer, then slowly turns to deep pink, red, or copper tones as autumn rolls in. Autumn Joy Sedum is perfect for bringing color and structure to your fall garden. It's drought-tolerant, loves full sun, and stays upright without staking. Bees adore the flowers, and in winter, the seed heads still look pretty dusted in snow. Design tip: use in masses or mix with grasses and asters for a stunning seasonal display. Number 25. Butterfly bush, a magnet for winged visitors. Last but definitely not least, the butterfly bush is a must-have if you want your yard to come alive with butterflies and hummingbirds. It blooms in long spikes of purple, pink, white, or blue from summer through fall. Great for sunny borders, wildlife gardens, or standalone features, this shrub adds height and drama while giving pollinators a 5-star meal. Pollinator tip: deadhead regularly to keep the blooms coming strong and prevent unwanted reseeding. From subtle elegance to bold statements, these 25 plants can truly turn any yard from boring to breathtaking. If you're feeling inspired, go ahead and like this video and share in the comments which of these plants would you love to add to your landscape, or do you already have a favorite that transforms your space? And if you're looking for low-maintenance beauty that keeps weeds away, be sure to watch 7 Ground Covers Have You Covered. It's packed with game-changing picks you'll want to plant next. And remember, life is better when you garden.